Set your alarm, earns you hungry.
I refuse to do any labor in my life, generally speaking, especially when it comes to men. And the fact
You are the men.
that I know
No, 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 no. What is this, dog?
exactly what I want and what I don't want is very unnerving, usually to men and women. Older women in my life, my own mother, was very uncomfortable when I used to say to her, I am not going to be cooking, cleaning, or serving a man. I don't desire to do it. I don't want to do it.
We don't desire or want you to do it either.
I will not do it. I am not doing it.
I'm sure she was, right? I'm sure she was extremely disappointed with the end result of who you became as it pertains to relationships and how you view them.
Okay? And often, actually, it's not just men who shirk at that because they think it's an audacity. They like to accuse me of lacking in femininity, having a chip on my shoulder.
We didn't see that
I don't
coming.
really care what they think because, as far as I'm concerned, why would I, as an adult human being, serve another adult human being just because I'm a woman? Because you have to realize that a lot of these kind of chores and tasks that are assigned to women is purely because you're a woman. Cooking, cleaning, serving, having sex with them, allowing them to have access to your body. Because let's not even get into the fact that there is a prevailing status quo around women losing bodily autonomy in relationships and marriages. I find that to be disgusting. The fact that men feel entitled to access your body right after child.
Look, man. Ain't nobody checking for you anyway. You just made it that much harder for yourself. At least with a pretty girl, she said this stuff. At least she would still have dudes trying to get at her, bro. You know what I'm saying? We might not like what she's saying, but we like how she look. You know what I'm saying? You, not so much, bro. But that's even besides the point. If you're a woman and you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you don't want to serve a man, you don't want to do none of these traditional things, then don't do it. Ain't nobody forcing you to do it. Don't do it, bro. Just don't be mad when don't nobody want you like that for real. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? The only people that's gonna want you is the people that you don't want. You see how that shit work? Like, we talking about people here. We're talking about people of significance in our lives. Why wouldn't you want to do things for the man that you love? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be in a certain lane, then don't expect certain results. Nobody's mad that you don't want to do these things. You're the only one that's mad. Like, you're the only one that's mad about it. Me as a human adult doing for another human adult. All right, don't do it then. Stay mad on TikTok. Stay mad in the house. Stay mad in the car by yourself and your mustache. Like, get out of the women's way that don't mind doing those things. Right? Like it's not that hard, bro. It's actually very simple.
Birth after serious surgery, like hysterectomies, during the menopause, that some women can't even shower in peace by themselves without a partner standing at the door or being in the shower with them.
I mean, let's really be real here. What are we? Let's see here. We are about
I know what
about a minute and a half into this video. You guys have assessed. You've gotten a good taste of who she is in her energy, at least. Vibes. That's what the chicks say. Is there really a man who's listening to this and going, "Boy, we're missing out"? Because you see these masculine chicks get online and talk about, I'm not gonna do it. And my question is there a guy who's like, boy, we're missing out on this? Because she's saying it like you're missing out on a good time here when just from what I see, it would be pure hell for any man who values.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. And we're not even talking about just looks. Her energy is just not pleasant, bro. Like, who wants to be around that? I believe, like, as a woman, your presence should add value to the room. People should be happy that you around. You know what I'm saying? Or as a person anyway. But especially as a woman, Bro, you want people happy around. Whether it's men, whether it's other women. Bruh, like, your presence should add value to the room. They shouldn't be like, here she come. Girl, I'll talk to you later. I gotta do her hair. Alright, girl. Let me know how it go. I'll call you later. I'ma pray for you. I'ma call you later. I'ma pray for you. Alright.
Their peace to be trapped in four walls with a chick who views.
You don't want to be the here she come ass bitch. You want to be the word she coming. That's what you want to be, bruh. You don't want people to. You don't want to bring the energy down, bruh. You supposed to be the missing piece. You supposed to be the piece. The piece. You supposed to be the piece, bruh. Come on.
Cooking, cleaning as some sort of punishment. Listen, her handle here is literally called Unpunishable Woman. Unhinged, bro.
I want and what I
She is the punishment.
when I am unafraid, unapologetic about being clear. I'll never forget when a man who was interested in me called me up one day and asked me to meal prep for him.
Oh,
It was 2 p.m. in the afternoon and I was at work. He wanted me to meal prep, and I'm not talking a bit of grilled chicken and some vegetables. He wanted a full-on meal of jollof rice, etc. Now, let me tell you something. A blender and a plum tomato will never see my kitchen. That is not my role. I was not designed and created to cook and serve a human being that happens to be male. That is not my purpose. That is not my divine purpose.
All right. Great.
So calling. I'm very clear on that. When you have that
Would y'all trust her cooking, bruh? Like, be for real. She cooked some food. You trusting it?
kind of clarity, it does unnerve and make people feel very uncomfortable. And that includes men and women, men who say they're interested in you. And what that always reveals to me is that man wants to contain me. Because why you need me when you're an adult and you're a leader, but you need me to cook and clean for you?
Because what else are you going to do? Again, no, I do not mean that in the sense of there's nothing else a woman can do other than cook or clean. But I'm curious, what else are you doing with your life? Because when you hear a lot of these feminist chicks talk about how you're trying to contain them and restrict them, you're like, okay, let's peer into your life. What are you doing then that you don't have a husband? Boom, chaos, kids outside of wedlock, just problems, debt. Sure, you're not cooking for a man, but you're letting a man sleep with you, maybe one or two.
Not only that, but she seems very angry. Like, why are you so angry? Why? Why be so angry, bro? Clearly, whatever you're doing isn't making you happy. If you was happy, you wouldn't be on here yelling at the count, yelling at us like we did something. Ma'am, I never met you before. I don't want to meet you. I ain't do shit to you, ma'am. The fuck?
A plethora of men over a longer period of time. You end up finding out that for the majority of women with this mindset,
it's not happy. She's not happy, bro.
you would think that their lives would be a reflection of them not being contained, and they'll be very productive, producing anything that's helping the community at large that they're in. But no, it's actually worse. They're raising the problems. I mean, guys, take a look at this chick.
Matter
Actually,
of fact, y'all know who the Gross Sisters is?
worse. They're raising the problems. I mean, guys, take a look at this chick's bio, right? Global movement for single women who refuse silence, shame, and submission.
No. And as I say, older women around me have always felt uncomfortable with my very clear expression of what I do and don't want. I do not do labor, and I'm most certainly not going to be laboring in exchange for respect, in exchange for loyalty. And the reason why this works for me is because I don't want to get married. It's never been a priority. And so marriage and children are never carrots that a man can dangle in front of me. I've had plenty of men who've been interested in me.
Stop the cap.
Let's come back to reality.
And look, and say she is telling the truth. It just still proves my point. Obviously, those were men that she didn't want. Because if she wanted them, then she would be there with them. She wouldn't be on here yelling at us.
Who've wanted to date me, and they're surprised that at my age, I'm not focused on marriage and children. Their power cards have been withdrawn, because that means that there's no reason why I'm going to stay in a dynamic, an interaction, or a relationship that is not serving me, that is not healthy, that is not respectful, that is not honoring. Because I don't have a clock or a timeline I'm playing to here. I know my worth. For me, I value my self-respect and dignity above all other things and all other people. When you can be really clear unapologetically about what you do and don't want, understand that people will disqualify themselves, but also at times it may feel like you have few options. Now, in my case, I don't really care. But for a lot of you
She says at times it may feel like you have a few options or no options.
who do want to go into partnerships, do not forsake what you really want. Because trust and believe, when you're in that relationship, sometimes there's no going back. And if you don't want to be doing labor, you need to be clear about that. You need to be clear about that, because it is labor. Speak less of the emotional labor. This whole talk, speak life into people. It's ridiculous. You need to think about the day to day. Are you going to be happy and content to get up and do that labor?
No. Nobody's going to be happy and content to do stuff every single day. That's impossible. It's going to come a point where you don't feel like it. Bro, I don't understand. What is this expectation that you're supposed to wake up happy every single day? Like, bro, if you was happy every single day, then you wouldn't be happy. Bro, because in order to be happy, in order to truly be happy, you got to understand what the other emotions feel like. In order to truly appreciate being happy, you have to understand what the other shit feel like. Happy is happy because you know what sad feel like. Because you know what frustration feel like. You know what I'm saying? If you was just happy all the time, then it, like, bro, and that doesn't mean you have to be miserable when you're not happy. But ain't nobody just waking up happy every day. People get tired of each other. Men get tired of their wife just like the women get tired of their husbands. Bro, that don't mean you gotta up and leave. Like, soon as something don't go your way right away, that's weak. That's weakness, bro. And if this is what she's talking about, it's weakness. Like, that whole movement, bro, who is that? That's for a single woman. Bro, they can't help you. They can't save you. They're not gonna be there for you. Bro, because just think about the single woman, bro. A lot of the times, I'm not saying every time, but a lot of the times, the single women with this type of mindset are very, very selfish. So why would she be more concerned about you? Like, come on, bro. A group of selfish women, when it comes down to it, who they gonna look out for first? A group of selfish single women. If a man was to, if the most desirable man was to pop up and he can only choose one of y'all, right? It's 10 single ass women. It's 10 single ass women. And there's one desirable man, high value, high quality. He got everything that these women desire, right? But he can only pick one of y'all. You mean to tell me you gonna pass him off to the next chick? Bro, this might be your last shot. He look good, he smell good, he got money, you know, he got great genetics. Fill in the blank, right? He just desirable. You mean to tell me you not gonna go for it? You gonna, oh, here you go. Hell nah, bro.
Damn.
At any time or hour as well. Because there's some of the stuff I see, women getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make a man a sandwich. Ridiculous.
Yeah, we're in a real selfish generation. When you have a significant other, husband, wife, children, everybody is in service for one another, right? Everybody's in service for one another. Today, I woke up around 3 a.m. to make sure that things are set up and prepared for my son, right? My wife was doing some stuff for the whole family. And when my son's old enough, he'll understand he'll have to contribute in some shape or form. This selfish, self-centered mindset and idea of, listen, you can choose that you don't value marriage. That's fine. You can choose that you don't want kids. That's fine. But in a world where it's like, I'm not going to bring anything in exchange for this, and that. That's how it works. That's how society works.
I ain't gonna lie, when the girlies start talking about the things they won't do for a man, as far as I'm concerned, when I get my future man of God, I'm ready to cook, clean, and shut up. And it's when I get to that shut up part that they're like, why would you say that? I'm like, shh. Give me a second shot, let me explain. Back in the day, a man used to ask a woman if she was spoken for. Like, you got a man, belong to somebody type of vibe. Well, I like to take that literally. When I say I'm ready to shut up, it's because I'm ready to be spoken for. And a lot of the women who be going to war about this, not only are they not spoken for, but their man that they're seeking is speaking for everyone but them. And that's not their fault. And also, do not shoot the messenger. I'm all for being an independent woman, but baby, I'm tired. I'm ready to be spoken for because frankly, I talk too much. Case in point. Hey, did you order the large curry chicken with rice and peas, cabbage, a side of mac, extra gravy, large fruit punch, no ice? Yeah, it'll be $32.98. How are you paying? Cash or card? Card. Or, yeah, ma'am, it looks like you need a new catalytic converter, brake pads, windshield wipers, and a new car. You want to get that taken care of today? Do y'all take Afterpay? For my least favorite. Yeah, shawty, you know, you feel me? You look good. You know, you smoke, you trying to kick it, you trying to kick it. I have a gun. Ready to shut up. Ask my man a guy what size tire I need. Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you I need a medium 5W20R. And that's not right. And maybe it's just me, because I can stand alone, baby. I ain't never had a problem. However, if you are also a woman of God who is ready to shut the faith up and let her man of God be the man of God that the God has called him to be, let the church say, amen.
Top commenter says marriage is slavery. There, I said it. Here's another person that says women are waking up and men are getting uncomfortable. Here's somebody else that says, after all, having a man around is nothing more than childcare. Here's somebody else who says, older women around us are too broken. So the modern chicks in this society, and there are plenty of them.
Hey man, it was once upon a time where these type of comments would like get a reaction out of man, but I think now it's like y'all really, this how y'all really think, bro. It's like kind of sad, man. Like collectively, not all women, but just the collective. It's like I don't know, bruh. It's annoying, low key. Because this is what they really believe. This is what they really feel. They'll never say it to your face. They'll get online and type it in the comments where it's little to no consequence. But in real life, bro, they'll harbor these feelings and it becomes resentment against men. I don't know, man. I can't really be mad at women, bro. It's just like, all right, if this not what you want to do, then don't do it. If you don't want to be a wife, don't be a wife. It's no reason to hate marriage or hate men. It's just not for you. Just leave it at that. Go live your life. Go be happy. That's what y'all keep saying y'all want, right? Go be happy. This doesn't look happy to me. This looks miserable. This looks like a community full of miserable people being miserable together. I don't know, man.
Believe that men are the children, the men who have built the world that they live in, the men who protect them from danger, from other men who aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. The men are the children. Incredible.
Guys, women are not cooking anymore. Women are
We know.
not cooking anymore. My grandma does not cook. My mom does not cook. I don't cook.
And to be honest, I don't even know if I trust y'all cooking anyway, so.
I don't know what's going on, but the generations are just like, we don't want to cook anymore. Every time my man asks me if I can cook, I'm gonna just start saying no, because I don't know why I'm lying. I can't. I don't even cook for myself. The women aren't cooking. I don't know if this is a new epidemic. I don't know if it's just me and my family.
But check this out, though. For the women that actually do want men, that actually do want marriages, this is where y'all should have the advantage, right? This is where y'all could separate yourself in a major way. Just something simple as cooking. All these women getting on here saying they don't want to cook, they don't like to cook, they don't know how to cook. This is your chance to, don't women say all the time that they're different from all the other girls? Don't compare me to all the other girls. Well, the best way to separate yourself is by actually separating yourself. Being different, not following the hive. Like, that's for the women that want the marriages and the outcomes. You know, it only make common sense. Like, I don't know.
The women aren't cooking, babe. The men are cooking, okay?
Here's the thing
And that's cool too. Bro, whole time, men probably cook better. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I don't want a woman to cook. Cause women can throw down. I done had good cooking, especially from Jamaicans, but that's a whole nother topic, man.
Stranger men on the internet calling me ugly because I'm speaking up and out about the experiences of women all over the world.
She uploaded a follow-up video that says, I'm ugly and I still respect myself as an adult single woman. I mean, everybody has their take and opinion. I wouldn't call her ugly. I do think it's
She got some work that need to be done though.
interesting that when people go online, they usually won't present themselves physically to the best of their abilities. I see this all the time, many times, right? Then when people make fun of something about them, especially the chicks, they get back on and they'll take a shower and their hair is a bit more put together and a bit more makeup. I personally would not call this woman ugly.
She didn't do none of that though. She came on the same.
I wouldn't. Now, is her perspective on relationships and men ugly? Yes, I'll agree that is, right? Do I think other people would disagree with me? I'm sure. People have their own opinions. Just keep watching.
Right for women to choose to be single if they so wish to be. The thing about it is that it further just confirms my thoughts about men who lack intelligence. Some of this is just willful ignorance, because if you actually listen to any of my videos, any of them, okay, you will find that I am relying on actual qualitative data and quantitative data research and evidence. And unfortunately for the system of men, patriarchy, the evidence is screaming. In every language, the evidence is clear. The evidence is clear about the oppression that women are experiencing. And the thing that we really need to get clear on here is that these types of men, all they have are these lazy, predictable kickbacks, which is that you're ugly. But here's how I see it also. I think there's an advantage to that. Now, I'm not saying that I am ugly. I'm not being self-deprecating. What I am
Your caption literally says, I'm ugly. I mean, it's okay to think that you're ugly. I'm just saying, it literally says that right here.
saying is I'm well aware that I do not meet mainstream beauty standards. I'm well aware, especially if you are a woman of color, a black woman even, that I don't meet those standards.
Man, it don't got nothing to do with you being a black woman, bruh. I hate when women do that. You call a woman out because of her looks and she want to go right to skin tone. Like, no, shorty. You could be light skinned. You could be white. And you still wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, bruh? Like, don't. The skin tone is not the problem here. It's the ash and the possibility that you had a mustache and the teeth, right? And it looked like somebody bust your lip. You ain't do your hair. You probably look like your daddy. Like, come on, bruh. It's not your skin tone. It's everything else.
Either. And I'm okay with that. And it actually gives me a bit of an advantage, because what is there for me to lose? If I stay silent, they'll still call me ugly. If I speak up and out, they'll still call me ugly. I'm okay either way. The conviction, the clarity I...
Look. Is she supposed to be our leader of whatever movement she got going on? Bro, girls don't want to be okay with being ugly. You want to follow a woman that's okay with being ugly, bro? Like, come on, dog. I honestly believe pretty girls and ugly girls should not have the same problems, dog. That might be shallow, that might sound messed up, but come on. If you pretty, you finna take advice from a girl that can't even get what you can. You got way more options today than she'll ever have. What does she have to say of value to you? Like, being completely honest, bro. Like, it sound messed up, but really think about that.
Have around women having the right to choose whether or not they partner. I am not going to fall back. I am not going to stop talking about this. And I am not going to stop observing and commenting on trends, patterns, evidence.
She will stop if she stop getting the views and the engagement. I promise you that. This is TikTok, not YouTube, right? Look, if she stops getting all of the support, the engagement, the likes, the comments, the bookmarks, she will stop. She wouldn't have no reason to do this.
And data that clearly shows that women are not thriving. And when I say women, I'm talking holistically. Across the board, women are not thriving.
Yeah. The women who prioritize their careers, the women who are in your shoes and mindset and do not embrace family and having children, those tend to be the happiest women. Those women are doing actually fairly well. That's what the data shows.
In these types of partnerships, period. The other thing I really need to express here.
No, and then I thought about something else too, because I've done sales. I've done direct sales. I've done door-to-door sales. I've done inside sales. I've done business-to-business sales. I've done all kind of sales, bro. And one thing that I realize is people actually hold meetings on how to sell to single women. We know how to appeal to y'all sensibilities to get y'all to buy. So that's at my level. Just imagine these major corporations, bro. They have big money to put in marketing. They have all of these funds to put in marketing towards single women to sell you services and products on the fact that you're a single woman, bro. Like, and they will sell it to you. They will appeal to your singleness. They'll do these things. They will empower it so they can sell you some shit, bro. Like, I've sold a lot of stuff to single women just based off of going to those meetings and the trial and error of just the type of stuff we talked about on how to sell to single women. Women, bro. Ain't no class on how to sell to single men. You just gotta have it. You just gotta have the ability to sell. But it's a whole, like, come on, bro. It's a whole method. It's a whole technique. It's a whole system. It's a whole process on how to sell to single women. All you got to do is appeal to her emotions, appeal to her sensibilities, appeal to her lifestyle. It's simple, bro. It's simple because they out here unprotected as hell. And that's somewhat their own fault for thinking like this, for talking like this, for putting this type of poison into the fucking ether, bro. Whatever. Universe, nigga, whatever, bro. Like, however you want to say it, bro. Who is this conducive to? Who is this helpful to? Like, anything that she says, how is this helping you? Now, this video already too long. Here go the full video right here. Tisha Z, bro. But look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?